What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about FET today, Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. That is easy to say. Hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. Here we are on the 22nd of April. Looking to close the month in about 8 days and 9 hours from now. 8 days and 8 hours. Yeah, that's about more appropriate. We're at about 60 cents now. Looking at this on a monthly time frame, I think we're in a really good posturing, right? Overall, you've got a nice uptrend here. Higher highs, higher lows, the whole thing, right? Very, very bullish chart. From a relative low here back in November of 2022 to the high here in March of 2024. You came down and found support at the 0.5. We keep seeing it happen all over the damn place, don't we? People are cryptos are finding support at the 0.5. People are buying in at the 0.5 area. This area here is a nice area to find support because not only is it the 0.5 area, but if we look at this on a closing basis here, right? We delete the fib. And by the way, the 0.5 is not a common area to find support, but for some reason this crypto cycle, it has been very common for a lot of cryptos to do at key areas too. We found resistance here before, right? We started off, we ICO'd at this price, whatever. It's a very key area to find support overall, right? I mean, in the grand existence of this chart, I just wonder, does it have any significance on this? Basically, right at the 382. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's great. We love to see it, okay? You're getting some of the lower readings in your RSI that you've had in a long time. We have lower lows here than we do back here. I wouldn't call it hidden bullish divergence because these lows here, you've got lower lows in succession, but overall, you've cooled off a lot, right? You're at your point in the RSI. You're at the 40, a similar area here whenever you saw a massive move up, a really massive move up, and I think that we're going to get that now. We're going to get some kind of growth over the coming months by the end of June, if not sometime in July. I think FET will see prices around, if not above, its all-time highs. But we'll get to that, okay? We'll get to that. Let's talk about the short-term stuff first, okay? Looking at the daily time frame. Daily time frame on the RSI here. You are overbought a little bit. You've been moving up. It's nice. You're breaking away from this downward sloping trend, it seems, and you're gaining some ground. So that's good to see. What about anything on Coinbase as far as volume goes? Yeah, volume's coming in a little bit. We're getting got a lot of volume there at the end, but you're getting some volume over the past couple days. It wouldn't surprise me if you found some resistance in this area. It really wouldn't. If we're looking at this here, I just wonder from a high to a low, is this at a relative fib? It's not. No, it's you're just below the 1272. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Let's see what you're going to do here. 4 hour. Oh man, maybe not. Maybe you don't take a break. I don't know. You kind of look super strong, man. You've got lower lows here with higher lows here. You've been overbought as hell. You're finding support above the 50 after being overbought. I don't know, man. You can't get oversold to save your life. You're looking bullish as hell. That's for damn sure. What about this? Maybe this fib will tell us a little something. I don't know, man. You look good. It's hard to be bearish right now. Let's just say this. How about this? Okay, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if you are bearish, if you are to go lower, you're at 60 cents now. The lowest I'd give you is about 50 cents. I don't think you go below 50 cents. Or if you do, it'd be very, very small amounts below 50 cents, okay? And if you do that, it'd probably happen over the coming days at a very, very short amount of time, and then you'd be recovering and onward and upwards to new highs, okay? So if you go down. I'm not saying you will. The 4-hour RSI looks bullish as hell. Okay, the 1 hour looks a bit bearish. The 1 hour gives me a little bit of belief that you will go lower, yes. A little bearish engulfing candle here, rejecting the 60, lower trend, right? Lower highs, lower lows. Sure. Okay, so a little bit lower. But again, 1 hour time frame is bearish. That means that what? Over the next day, maybe over the next 2 days, which 2 days on the 1 hour time frame is 48 candles. So that's a lot of time to develop. In a very short amount of time, you're going to see resolution. So 50 cents at the lowest, if not, maybe even targets that are higher than that. But at the moment, sure, I believe that you'll go lower. I do, if I had to guess. The 1 hour looks bearish. The 15-minute, you have bearish divergence on. Sure, it looks like it. And if we're looking at this on a relative basis, where did you find resistance at here? High to low. Is this the low to take? No, this would be the low to take. Can't even get to the golden ratio. Yeah, I do think you're going lower. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Do not be scared or upset if FET moves down to about 50 cents or 55 cents over the coming day or days, okay? It's fine. It's just going to do this. You're going to do this, and then you're going to do this. You're going to do this, and then you're going to do this, right? That's all it is. It's nothing crazy, nothing to be concerned with. Finding support around 50 cents is right here at the prior area of resistance. It's nothing to be concerned with. Whenever you moved up last time, whenever you saw this exact endeavor last time, you moved up. You pulled back. Where did you find support? You found support right at prior resistance there, prior support there and there. Key areas, right? You're going to find support back at your prior areas of resistance here. That's all it is, okay? Very constructive, very healthy is what that is, okay? Afterwards, after 2 days or 3 days has gone by and you continue moving higher, the area that you're looking to move higher to, that you're going to prosper from and go to is, let's see, from a high here to a low here. You're going to go, yeah, up to the 382. Probably, and above that, right? So we're talking about an 83 cent price with the 382. Oftentimes on the first interaction, you go a little bit above it. So I would think, 82 cents, maybe not quite a dollar, but like 82 cents a dollar, or 83 cents to 90 cents, something like that could be where you go. You'll probably find turbulence there, consolidate a little bit. You might even pull back to the current areas that you're at now, right? Pull back to prior areas of resistance, find support there, and then continue your way higher. I would bet by the end of April, you're at about 80 cents to a dollar, and then going into May, you'll see prices that are back above a dollar. You'll be at $1.43 to $1.70 and working your way higher, right? We look at this overall, where are you going to be by the end of June? Because I expect that this movement up, you're moving up with the rest of crypto, you're moving up with Bitcoin and the rest of the market, right? I think that we're going to move up until the end of June, if not very early July. How high are you going to go? Well, if I expect that you're at least at $1.43 to $1.70 by the end of May, if not potentially 267 or 212 by the end of May, then I would think that certainly you'll be at all-time highs, or likely even new all-time highs by the end of June. Now, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'm not guaranteeing that any of this is going to happen. It's very possible that by the end of June, by the end of July, by the end of this next move, that you do move up to your all-time high area at about $3 to $3.50, and that's it. That's it by the end of June. That's all you get for this next move. And then you consolidate a little bit, and then you're ready for the next run going into our cycle ending finale by the end of this year. Then you'll see your new all-time highs. That's whenever you'll get that. I don't know. Maybe that is, maybe that isn't. We'll see how it goes. The average altcoin in the top 125 coins, I am expecting we'll see a 30x move by the end of the cycle. Average does not mean all. It's the average. There will be coins that see more. There will be coins that see less. But just for fun, let's see what this would give us. From the last cycle's high in November 2021 to the bear market lows in November 2022, that does put us right above the 1414. So it's very possible, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I think it's very possible that FET stops at about $15 at a minimum, as like a given minimum target by the end of the cycle. That'd be a bit below average, what we're expecting the average coin to do. But hey, not every coin's going to perform on average, so it's possible. But most likely, if I really had to guess, I think that you'd stop at the golden ratio. That's at $27. That's at about a 45x, 46x almost. I think that makes sense. FET will likely, it's been outperforming the market. It will likely continue to do so, and that would give you a nice little above average performance. Now, if you were to go higher, I'm not saying that's impossible. You can. Let's just look at you here, FET. What market cap are you at now? $1.4 billion. 1.4 billion, right? Is it more refined than that? Let's see if we can get it a little bit more refined. Hold on now. Come on now. 1.4, let's call it $1.45 billion, okay? 1.45 billion. If we were to see higher targets than that, that would call for 120 something x. So you'd be at over $100 billion market cap this cycle. I think it's a possibility. I think you could see this. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think you'd be at higher market caps now if you were to see an over $100 billion market cap by the end of the cycle. But it could happen. It depends. If by the end of June we're at $7, then certainly by the end of the cycle, I think it's very appropriate to talk about $77 to $120. It's appropriate to talk about now even, but just don't hold your breath over it, right? 77 to 120 could happen with FET by the end of the cycle, by the end of 2025. But my expectation, if I'm being real with myself, would be more likely you stop at $27. That's where I think you're going to stop, is $27 there. Let's see, from this high to low, what would that be? 1886 area. I think that's fine. I don't see anything wrong with that at all. I really do like that $27.50 area. Minimum target would be about just above $12. $15 could be it, right? I didn't realize that you found support, immaculate support right there at that 0.5 from this high to low here. Again, that 0.5 is just an area, you guys, that we keep finding support at for whatever reason. But if things are more bullish than I think, if we do see by the end of June here, by the beginning of July, if FET is at, instead of at its all-time high area, if we're at prices that are like $5 or beyond, $5, $7, whatever, then at that point I would start to really heavily consider 77 to 120. Until then, it's just a thought. It's not really a heavy consideration. The heavy consideration is $27, right? The thought is $12.50. The thought is 77 and above. The consideration is $27, maybe even $30, something like that by the end of the cycle. I don't think that I have anything else that I want to say. I've said everything that I need to say. Monthly RSI looks fine. Weekly RSI looks like it's ready to start doing fine. It's actually looking pretty damn good here. Relative kind of double bottom here. Let's see, based off this relative fib, what'd you do, low to high? 1618 support. It's perfect, guys. It's literally perfect. You couldn't ask for anything better. Yeah, That's the low. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. That's the low. You're moving on higher. You just might have a little bit lower to go over the coming days, but take it as an opportunity to buy 60 cents now, 50 cents, 55 cents over the next couple of days, and then up and up you go, right? By the end of June, we're looking for targets that are somewhere around our all-time highs, around $3 to 350, if not higher. If not higher. I don't think that'd be too much lower. I doubt that you're at lower prices by the end of June. So that's all I got. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves.